I only have to shave once a week. You think I do a better job at this?
Dude, you gotta shave. You look terrible. No,
yeah, I got like the prepubescent beard. I'm 33 years old.
You got like patches.
And I got
like
patches everywhere. Anyway, guys, Robinson DUP. This is another vlog. I'm gonna do it a little bit early this week. Usually I wait till like Sunday or Monday to record to kind of give you my weight update. I'm currently at 194 pounds.
Fat.
You fat. I keep stalling at weight, but I'm not really worried about the weight so much. I'm just, I'm going to talk about frustration, I'm going to be honest, and then we're going to lead into a topic, very good topic. I've been having, you know, back in like January, February, I had a knee issue. Well, my knees are starting to cause problems again, and then this time, I don't know what I did, but I like tweaked something in my lower back, nothing severe, just like it's like a muscle tightness that won't go away. So I'm trying to work around that. You could ask John, I'm like today was like a very defeating workout for me, except for bench. I will give my bench all the credit in the world. I did well on bench. I did 5 sets of 3 at 290 with pretty relative ease. Hopefully that holds up. At least it'll give me some confidence that something's going right. But it's just hard because I'm panicking because I worked so hard to put mass on my legs because it was my biggest weakness even when I won my pro card, that I'm just afraid that my legs aren't going to hold up onto stage. But John and I have been talking a lot. We're going to try to figure out a way to work around it, maybe reduce the frequency so that my knees don't get as inflamed. Besides that, all else is well. We're going to be going to Roanoke in a couple days here.
Absolutely.
To go see the Blue Ridge Fitness Festival. If you're in the Virginia area, highly recommend it. It's at the Tanglewood Mall. Expo, I think, starts at like 9 in the morning.
Yep.
But the show's not going to start till 1 or 2, I believe.
Yeah, it starts at 2.
If you're in town on Friday night, we are going to be working out at 7:30 with Mark Loblight or Kent Beerley. I think Van Bra is going to be there. I'm going to be there. We're going to work out at Elite Fitness in, I think it's in somewhere around Roanoke.
It's in Roanoke.
It's in Roanoke. It's a great gym. It's a good basement gym, like hardcore lift in there, so come join us. But now on to the topic. Should I be nice about this?
Nope.
No. All right. I'm going to try to be more...
Diplomatic?
A little diplomatic without being too harsh.
Is that possible with you?
There are moments. There are moments. You know what? I always tell the truth, and I get aggravated about certain things when people lie or manipulate situations. And I've been noticing a lot, you know, when John and I coach individuals, and the natural bodybuilding world is very small. You know, a lot of times competitors will do things that coaches do not advise. Now, we've already been through the shitty coaches situation. So, you know, sometimes there are bad coaches giving bad information. But what happens when you have a good coach who's looking out for the best interests of said client doesn't do what they're supposed to do, lies about it, then gets pissed at the coach, goes somewhere else, and then starts talking shit about the coach and the team when it was really their fault for not listening to the coach to begin with. So, my theory is this. If your coach is a legitimate coach and knows what they're talking about, and they're not starving you and making you eat 800 calories, and they're trying to suggest that you may need extra help outside of their expertise, or you need to listen to what they're saying because you're going to cause damage to your body, and you choose not to do it, then you have nobody else to blame but yourself. But the thing that I don't like is if you're not going to listen to them, you then go somewhere else. The other coach tells you the same exact thing the first coach told you. You start to get results because you actually start to take responsibility for your actions. And so saying, well, this other guy is so much better, this other coach or team is so much better. When it has nothing to do with the other team or coach, it just had to do what you finally decide to listen to what you're supposed to be doing to begin with. So, on that note, I'm going to let John say some words. John?
What's going on, guys? John Garifano, Strength is Life, and the glasses are coming off.
Uh-oh.
That's when you know that I'm getting serious.
And John's really nice. He's like, he tries to find the good in everybody.
Angle that down a little bit. There we go. What's going on? So, I'm going to start off by talking about accountability. Accountability means that you are holding yourself to something that you say you want to do. And often it is the thing that is uncomfortable and not easy to do. Often you need to have a partner. You need to have someone that holds you to what you say you want to do. Because if change was easy, everybody would be doing it, right? If
you could tell by the amount of people who say they want to be fit and are not, right?
Thank you.
Okay. And that's not a shot, that's just the truth.
It's the truth. So why do I talk about accountability? Talk about accountability because, listen, this is not rocket science, okay? Yes, there is a good amount of science involved in coaching people and helping them to achieve their optimum or their optimal physique and strength and performance goals, right? But what it comes down to is this. It comes down to when I coach people, I give them a set of macros and I ask them to be accountable to that and to get in a certain amount of fiber and to pick micronutrient dense foods. Listen, I'm not telling you guys anything that you don't know. But what grinds my gears is that...
Ooh, Peter Griffin reference.
I totally did. Giggity. So the whole thing is that when I give people a set of macros and they... Don't try to make a left-hand turn, thank you. When I give somebody a set of macros, and I ask them to be accountable to hit those macros, if you don't do it and you tell me you are, that's not on me. That's not me being a bad coach. That's you not holding yourself accountable. That's
not holding up your part of the bargain.
Right. And when I tell people, hey, listen, you've got to stick to this plan or else whatever I change is not going to be effective, that is on you, okay? And I can only go but so far to help you to achieve your goal, but if you're not doing the plan, then who's failing, right? Now, with that being said, if an athlete comes back to me, hey, listen, can we make changes to this? You know, can we bring my protein up? Can we bring my carbs up? If they come to the table with ideas, listen, I'm a consultant to you. I will make changes. I will help you. And this is a partnership, right? But if you tell me, oh, I'm sticking to my macros, I'm doing this, and it's not working, and I start making changes, and then I find out that you weren't really doing the program, well, then how the heck am I going to help you? I can't help you at that point, right? So why are we talking about this? We're talking about this because there has been an influx of this, and I see this happening. I see people jump from one coach to the next, and I'm not singling anybody out, but we've both seen this, Greg and I, where people move between coaches and blame the old coach. And blame the old coach because they're not accountable. They're not doing their program. You're cheating yourself. And you're giving that other coach, your previous coach, a bad name when he or she was doing the right thing. It's you. It comes down to you. All right? It comes down to you not holding yourself accountable, not sticking to your macros or doing your training or doing your cardio or whatever it is. That's not on your coach. And more so, you're doing yourself a disservice because
you're paying for it.
You're paying for it. You're putting out your resources, and then every week to check in and not be hitting your goals, that's on you. Listen, Cliff Wilson, my coach, amazing. Hey, what's up, Cliff? From Team Wilson. He is a great coach. And when we reverse dieted, and I'm still reverse dieting out of my competition season, do you think it was easy to go from 65 grams of carbs at the end of my show to 70 grams, to 72 grams, to 75?
Without binging or being afraid to eat it at all?
Listen,
go either extreme.
It was the most difficult thing I have ever had to do, harder than dieting because I didn't have a show in front of me. But by doing so, by spending that time, by inching my food intake up slowly and slowly every single week, I'm now eating almost more than 200 grams of carbohydrates per day, and I'm only up 3 pounds from my last show. The point is that if you do the right thing, if you're held accountable, and you hold yourself accountable, you will see results. Now, what I always tell my athletes, if you follow the program that I write and we fail, that's on me. It's on me to look at what we're doing, to look at the periodization of your training program, to look at your nutrition, your supplementation, your cardio, and see if we can tweak variables to get you there. And that's why I say I'm a consultant. I'm helping you. We're working together. I'm a guide. All right? I'm not a drill sergeant.
That's debatable.
Well, in the gym, I'm a drill sergeant. The whole point of this is, if you're not holding yourself accountable, you're not only cheating yourself, but you're cheating everyone around you and the coach, and you're bad-mouthing them.
And you're ruining their reputation, and you're costing them income.
Absolutely.
Due to your own stupidity.
So do yourself a favor. If you're not going to hold yourself accountable, don't work with a coach. Don't compete in a physique-oriented sport. In the last month, I have had to have that conversation with a few individuals where I've had that talk to people about saying, listen, based on the disorderly eating that I'm seeing happening with you, I don't think that this is right for you. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with saying this is not the right sport for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Nobody's going to judge you if you decide it's not for you.
And I'm sorry if I come off being abrasive or harsh in this video. That's not my point. My point is settling with the reality. I'm going to share something with you guys, and I haven't really talked about it before. I have had disorderly eating. I have had body image issues, and after my competition season in 2011, I had to deal with disorderly eating myself. It took working with multiple coaches and learning different techniques and getting professional help for me to conquer that. So I talk from a place of knowing, not just as a coach, but as an athlete. And I know that bodybuilding is difficult for me, and I can't compete every season. Maybe at 3 to 4 years is what I have to do to recover. I have to recover not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I have to recover socially. All of those things have to recover for me before I can compete in bodybuilding. And I know that, and there's nothing wrong with me saying I'm going to take some time off and compete in a different sport. So making the decision that competing in a sport that requires your utmost dedication and saying that it isn't right for me, that's not bad. That's being smart. That's being smart as an athlete. That maybe you need time to develop that mentality. Coming full swing, coming back to the point of this subject, if you're not going to be accountable, don't hire a coach. Don't jump into that sport. Do something else. But the last thing that you should do is flame that coach on a message board or on a social media platform or to other coaches. Because ultimately, what's going to happen is, and I'm telling you, it's happening. Us as coaches, we talk. And we're going to find out that you're doing this. And people aren't going to take you on.
You're going to blacklist yourself.
You're going to blacklist yourself because the last thing that we as coaches want to do is be swapping competitors left and right. In fact, I had a competitor come to me who I knew was working with a very popular contest prep coach, and I said to them, hey, so-and-so wants to work with me. I need to know, is this okay with you? That's the kind of stuff that we have to do from a professional courtesy standpoint. And so if you keep jumping from coach to coach and doing that and bad-mouthing the other coach, it's going to get around that really it's coming down to you. So, end of my rant. I apologize. Wrap it up, DUP.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've always said be accountable for your actions. And in a small world, talking junk for crap that's your own fault, that's still Mark's line. It's not a game.
Boom!